now. But I was taken aback a little bit when I did get this notification from somebody in this group where this was potentially being discussed as an option for the New York Knickerbockers. And I don't know if it's outside or if this is uncouth, but Ty specifically was not necessarily happy about the potential. I mean, says wouldn't mind her being a coach in the NBA, but maybe just not for the Knicks. Ty, you want to kind of explain or at least help me understand like what it is, why it is that you hate um Dawn Staley and black women in general. And go ahead
That's funny.
when you say that.
That's funny. Let's make sure that is not the narrative. I love black women, and I particularly love Dawn Staley. When I saw this article put out there that this was a possibility, I immediately screamed at the top of my lungs and was like, no. Not because I think Don Staley wouldn't be perfect as an NBA coach, because that's contrary to any belief that I would have. I think she would be absolutely awesome as a coach at any level. And she's proven that. I think at this point, with what she's been able to do with the South Carolina Gamecocks, um, uh, and doing it on a consistent level, and at a high level. The reason that I think that this is just not a good marriage is because the Knicks have an owner named James Dolan. James Dolan is a terrible owner. I will say it, and I will say it as loud as I have to say it.
Wow.
He has not been loyal to coaches, to players, to fans. So this last debacle, which has them, scrambling for all of these names and coaches at this point, was all caused by one James Dolan. He made a decision, probably an unconscious decision, but he made a decision to
Unconscious.
fire uh, Tom Thibodeau
Yes, he did.
after two winning seasons as the coach for the New York Knickerbockers, two playoff appearances back to back,
Yes,
and
he
he
did.
decided that was not good enough,
It
and
was.
I'm going to
Good.
fire this man without
It got
having a
to.
backup plan. So now here we are, um, going into another season. The Knicks are still without a coach. And then all of these names are being dropped, and formally Don Staley's name. So yes, do I feel like Don would be an excellent NBA coach? Absolutely. Um, do I feel like this would be the best marriage for her? No. But if Don Staley does want to come to the NBA, I would suggest going to your alma mater, going to the city you're from. One Philadelphia 76ers organization. Don Staley is a Philly native. That she would probably go there and turn that organization around. And more importantly, Don Staley is in such a good situation. I just can't see her leaving South
Right.
Carolina. They
I can.
she's already making millions of dollars.
I can.
Uh, well, I mean, that's fine. But I just can't see her.
I
Um, you
can.
know, that people got to understand. Don Staley has, I think, I think she's won three championships with the Gamecocks. And correct me if I'm wrong. It could be four. But I know she's. They just played for a championship again. Was it? No, they didn't. They didn't play for a championship. They were one game away from the championship. Um, uh, uh, so yeah, I just don't see Dawn leaving those young women that she's developing and love, that love her, and I don't see South Carolina letting her go. I think that any offer that the NBA is able to make, I think the Gamecocks would match it in a second to keep her there.
Solo, you think she will leave?
I think she will leave for a lot of reasons. One, she'd be the first female head coach in history, and she's black. Two, she would want to make that history herself. She have done everything else, and yes, she has money. Yes, she has all that. But to be the first black, first anything female to head coach an NBA team, yes, I believe she will take that and run with it. Because not only I agree with Ty, she is damn good. She is super good. They know this lady right here is the one. She don't play. She don't play. Ain't nothing about her. It ain't sweet about her. Ain't nothing sweet about her. All of them don't say the same thing. She'll have no problem telling men the same goddamn thing. Only problem I have with this is the locker room, nigga. Them niggas will be naked in front of her. I'm just telling y'all the truth. They gonna be naked in front of her. Coach, get the fuck up out of the locker room. And she ain't, I don't even like dick or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyway, that will be the only problem. Everything else, I think she'll dominate. She'll dominate because they're gonna listen to her. And the ones that don't listen to her, they're gonna see that they can get the dough because she's the head coach. You got to go. She gonna tell you what it is. See how she treat her stars on her team. God damn. She
Well,
make the business ready.
Y'all obviously follow the sport a lot closer than I do. Help me understand what gives her the edge over everybody else. Obviously, as a black woman, I'm ecstatic with her success, ecstatic with her ability to generate multiple years of championship level team. But like, is it something specific? Like I remember the Pat Rileys, and uh, oh man, old boy from the Lakers, was it Phil, I'm talking about, Coach Phil Jackson, and I remember these folks, even my man in Detroit, like a lot of them were known not necessarily for being athletic, but for putting together these crazy strategies, taking advantage of the different pieces they had on their team. What is Dawn Staley's, what's she going to bring to the team that she gets hired to come to, other than her historical? Now, the way I say it makes it sound like, she ain't of it just because she black. That's not what I mean. What I'm trying to ask is like, what as somebody who doesn't follow her, can you help me understand like how she's able to win like this? Like, how is she doing so well? Like, what does she do that makes
I'm gonna let Ty. I'm gonna let Ty handle that because he gonna get real detailed with you real quick. We're not talking about no. We're not talking about no regular just coaching. This girl got a long reputation and championships behind her belt.
Yeah. I see that she respects her players, and and that she's really good with keeping the team together. But like strategically as a coach, I don't know enough about it to speak on it, and I would like to know more. Maybe I should just Google it. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot to that question. But there's, when it comes to, I'll put it like this, because I don't think gender has anything to do with why the Knicks are going after her. I think it has everything to do with her resume.
Okay.
And what I was saying before is, as that, since Dawn Staley has come to the South
Hold on, they
Carolina.
look like they could be cousins. Hey, if Ty shave a little bit, yo, hold on right now.
So me and Don,
A
yeah,
little bit. Look like you
that's
could be
my
like your
cousin.
cousin, like y'all in the
That's
same
my
family
cousin.
or so.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man.
I ain't tripping.
I claim him. I claim him.
Listen. Yeah. They can. They got to be kin. God damn, they got to be kin. Hey, but I add this to the pie. Think of this right here. They went so far as to bring a female into the league and not even mention one of the greatest coaches that ain't got a job yet. Been waiting on a job yet. And that's Mark Jackson. That man ain't got a job yet. And he he led the Golden State all the way to the championship. Lost that championship. They got rid of him and never put him back in the NBA.
I don't like
why
it.
they ain't go get him? Why they ain't go get him? They ready to go get a female before they even have him in the conversation. Even in the talks, nobody's talking about Mark. Nobody's saying Mark.
I don't like these false dichotomies. I don't like it when we take one thing and then take something else and then make them related to each other. Like Dawn Staley.
I'm just saying it makes you think hard about the NBA. So if you was involved with the NBA so hard, like you don't understand. Let me explain something to you so y'all can get it together. I don't want to switch for NBA. I can't wait till we get to baseball. Just know when it was time to talk about baseball, it's not gonna look good for you, Vince. Anyway, because your team and my team, I'll tell you my team. Who's my team?
I have no idea.
The Yankees.
The Lakers?
The Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
We running shit right now. We running shit right now.
You're not. What are you talking about? No, you're not running shit right now.
I think we got like 48 wins. We leading in our hold on. I look the shit up right now because you tripping. I know my shit. They talk about
right now. It's all about the Dodgers and the Tigers.
If you're referring to their division, if you're
my division, I'm running shit.
Yeah,
in my division,
you are being haunted by the
I don't care how they hunting us. They one game behind us, right?
Yeah, and they don't even have a stadium. They don't have a $400 million player by the name of
Let's look up your team. Let's look up your team. Hold on. Let's look at your team.
My team is not even contending. They don't spend no money. We literally have zero payroll. And you switched this real quick. I thought we were
just wanted to put that out there. You had me watching baseball from now on in life. Yeah, you said you gotta get into it. So I don't fucking got into it. Don't blame it on me. I've been watching baseball at night. People think I'm crazy now. What are you doing watching baseball game?
It's good background music. If I'm being honest, like baseball, one of them sports like you can just put on and you ain't necessarily got to sit there and watch it. You can listen to hear if something happens and then check the replay. Like that's why I kind of dig it. Like you can just put it on and go about your business. Unlike maybe like baseball, basketball, where you got to kind of play by play. Like, oh shit, what I missed. But anyway,
and you notice something about baseball? Baseball is filmed different than football because they can pull up as close to the booger on your nose there. They be talking about it and zoom in. You see where the ball went? The ball went right between his legs. And you see the balls. I'll be like, man, this is too much goddamn television.
Yo, you are on to something there. You are on to something there a little bit. Baseball, the clothing has got.
They filming in 8K. They filming it. You get high definition shit. You be like, what the? And they catch everything. That's one thing about baseball. They gonna catch it all. Whatever happened, how he got all look like, and they go straight to the glove. Look at the glove as it closes. He's amazing. I'm like, God damn.
It's an exciting sport, man, and a lot of exciting stuff happened this weekend. I did want to talk baseball, but we definitely wasn't talking about like doing it right now. As long as we done with the Dawn Staley joint, we could go ahead and move on. But I just thought that was.
I didn't know that. I mean that the way that I don't know how that conversation went, just like left like that. But
it did just kind of.
But we got to do better. We got to do better.
That was because Solo does his mouth works like his mind. Like there's no method to it. It's like I'm thinking this. I'm going to throw it out there. I take the blame though because I took the thing. He threw it out there, and I was like, "Nah."
Don't take the blame. It's my fault. As usual, I am sorry. It's usual. And plus, anytime I smoke doing a show, this is what happens every time.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's, that's definitely an observation. I will say this.
If I was in the same room with you, I'd slap the shit.
I don't know if you'd be able to reach in the stage you're in. Let me ask y'all this: how far along are we to having? How close are we to having a woman coach an NBA team? Is it that close? Like Ty literally said, it has nothing to do with her talent. I mean, has nothing to do with her being a woman. It's all about
Nothing up
what
to gender.
resume she brings to the table, which is impressive. But she's not the only coach in, say, a woman-led sport that could be considered for a job like this. I mean, I'm a little nervous for her because I feel like the league is too chauvinist, right? To even accept, like, look at what Solo's already like, oh, well, what about she gonna see dick? She gonna be in the locker room and she gonna see penis, and it's like, man, I'm sure that the you think the like that the coaches are following the players into the showers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, they be saying
hey,
they
drop
saying
the
right
ball on
there.
that one play. Like, I feel like that's a little bit of old school mentality. I do just wonder though, because we all know when it comes to firsts, breaking those barriers, the first one gets the brunt of the bullying from society. It happened with the first black president. You'll get it with your first black baseball players when they start. It's always going to happen. So she would bear an extreme cross. I think she's built for it. But if she doesn't do well, New York gonna get to it. What's up, Ty?
All right. So I was already thinking this in my head because I remembered it to be. Let's be clear. First of all, she wouldn't be the first woman to coach in the NBA because that has already happened. There was a coach by the name of Becky Hammond who was the first woman to coach in the NBA. She was an assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs and became the first
Nice.
that was ejected. She did. There wasn't NBA. She's not a black woman, but she is a woman. And you asked the question of how close do I think we are, or how far away are we from a woman coaching in the NBA? And I don't think we're far at all. Men have coached in women's basketball for ages. One of the best coaches in women's college basketball, Mr. Gino Ariyama, I think is how you pronounce his last name, which is the coach of the Connecticut Huskies, has coached for ages, and has been one of the winningest and most prestigious coaches in all of college basketball.
Is that the dude who challenged the referee? Was like, "Don't turn your back on me. I'm the best coach in the." Oh shoot, I might be confusing that with somebody else.
I couldn't speak to that. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But what I will say is this: we're at the precipice of where the organizations value winning above all. And if a woman, man, whatever, can help an organization win, that's what becomes most important. Not whether or not you're a woman or a man, but what you can bring to the organization, and how you can elevate the play of players, and so on and so forth. I think Dawn is she's really at this point a household name, damn near. Everybody knows who Dawn Staley is, and it's because of what she has been able to accomplish over the last 5 years, 6 years. South Carolina, but the Gamecock girls before Dawn got there, were not contenders at the level that they are right now. They play in one of the toughest divisions in college basketball, which is the SEC. And this, I know for a fact, Dawn has 3 championships that she won. I had it up, but I know she's got 3 championships. Again, Dawn would be great for the NBA, just not for the New York Knicks. And we are not far away from having our first woman coach, black woman coach. It seems like it would be tougher because it's already tougher for black coaches in the NBA as it stands. It's been that way even despite the advancements that have been made in the NBA. We still have more white coaches than we do black coaches. And Solo brought up a really good point about Mark Jackson. If I'm the Knicks and I want to do something the right way, which this is why I don't think they'll do it, because I don't believe in James Dolan at all. Mark Jackson is the right man for this job. Mark Jackson played for the Knicks. He was a Knicks player. He's also from New York. You know what I'm saying? And Mark Jackson also is an experienced head coach that has taken a team, as Solo said, to the championship. So he's been to the promised land. So the fact that Mark Jackson is not getting an opportunity to at least interview for the job, I think speaks to what a lot of people have said, a lot of players have said, and a lot of people on sidelines and speculators have said that Mark Jackson is being blackballed by the NBA. We don't understand why he's being blackballed by the NBA, but there is a clear message being sent that he hasn't, for him to not have any jobs coming off of the success that he's had, that he did have in Golden State. So I'm right there with Solo. I think Mark Jackson deserves an opportunity to be a head coach. He was Mark Jackson also was a head coach for the Indiana Pacers. He played for them too. So the fact that he has not had an opportunity since the Golden State job, people really need to start asking the question, what's really going on and why is he not getting an opportunity?
Are we certain that he hasn't been approached? Do we know for a fact that?
If he was approached, now hold up. If he was approached, it would be all on the news. It'd be all everybody be talking about it. Everybody be talking about it.
Well, I mean, folks like Chef and all of them, like, wouldn't they ask him at this point, like, have you been, and couldn't he confirm? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is this the only name that's been brought up for the Knicks, Ty?
Well, it's the name that we're bringing up for the Knicks. I mean, there's been names that have been brought up for the Knicks, but none of the names are names of anybody that you would recognize. Like
Stephen A. Smith mentioned it. He mentioned it. Stephen A. Smith mentioned it when they first fired. When they first fired, old boy, Stephen A. Smith say, "Hey, there's no reason why they shouldn't go get Mark Jackson. There's no reason. He already proven it. He already done same thing. Ty said he already don't prove that he could do the job over, and he asked him for a job now, and he doesn't know why he doesn't get the phone call. Why the hell? I got an email, nothing.
And this happens every time. Every time there's a coaching opportunity that comes up. To your point, Solo, Stephen A. mentions Mark Jackson's name. So Mark Jackson's name has been floated around every coaching opportunity that is opened up in the NBA. And again, for some godforsaken reason, he has not had another coaching opportunity. And again, it's time to really address the elephant in the room. What is the problem with Mark Jackson in the NBA, and why is he not getting opportunities to interview for these? We need to get Mark Jackson on here to have him talk about it. I think he's attainable. Mark, we need you, man. We want to get Mark Jackson. We want to get it. Yeah. We want to get it from your lips, man. We want to get you on the sports bar, man.
Pause. Yeah, we want the other 18 people to see Mark Jackson.
You got to call out the numbers on the, you know what I'm saying? Like, calm down, man. Damn.
Well, we think you 18 people coming back.
Hey, listen, somebody watching this. Well, anyway,
I'm watching myself too.
Do you think, Ty, that if we go ahead and just to kind of put just to finalize this topic, if not even the Knicks, but somebody takes Dawn Staley on, not as a assistant coach, but as a head coach, do you think at that point it won't be far from somebody saying, okay, well, how can they have a woman head coach but no women players in the NBA? Will we be moving into an area where inclusion will start to fast track because it's almost contradictory. How can you have a woman leading a team without having a woman participate on that team?
The same way
Now
you
I already
have a
know the
man.
argument,
Same
physicality
way you
wise.
have a man, same way you have a man coaching a women's team and they don't play in the women's league. If there wasn't a women's league, then that might be, that might be a viable point. But at this point, no. We have a WNBA and we have an NBA, and there's no movement by the organization to get rid of either organization. So we want the WNBA to thrive, and that's why you have more broadcasting, more games being nationally syndicated games. The WNBA is its own vibe, and it is becoming more of its own vibe, and we don't want to conflate that in any way by trying to mix. You know what I'm saying? Because then you have players like, then you're taking away the talent pool from the WNBA if you start taking,
Well, hold
women.
on. Well,
Because
hold on. Let me challenge you. You just said about Dawn Staley, not about her gender,
I
about
did,
her
I did.
anything. It's all about her stats and her record and what she's able to do. If there is a team that's struggling, bottom of the barrel, like terrible, winning 10 out of 80 games, and they at the point where they like, yo, this chick Caitlin over here, yeah, she might get a collarbone broke because they gonna give it to her. But if we protect her and she could just shoot threes, that might help us. And what are we stopping that? Why we're not doing it? Oh, because she's a girl. Like, you don't think that's like within 50 years that might start
No,
being
no,
okay,
because
okay, all right.
the NBA and the NFL, these particular games are very, very it's I'm trying to say that you get a lot of players hurt that way with these big old guys running against on these women. And it sounds good, it sounds theory wise, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Men are gonna throw elbows. Men are gonna do this type of shit to win the game. And the minute a nigga throw an elbow and hit Draymond Green throws an elbow and hit one of the female players, no matter if she was in the wrong, whatever, he gonna get shamed forever.
All right,
And they
okay,
don't
all
want
right.
to
Well,
take. It's just
All
like
right, I,
we ain't got to do it
let
again
me
because
let.
we've
All
been
right,
down this
all right.
road
Hold
before.
on.
So
Let me say this real quick. That is a misnomer. Because at the end of the day, I played against some ladies back in the day, and when I tell you, I ain't been worked on the court like I
I didn't
got worked.
say they couldn't be worked. You didn't get
No,
my
no,
statement.
no.
My
I get.
statement
I
is
got what. No. I got
talking
what you
about the
said.
media.
No. I got what you said, Solo. And what you said was the first time a Draymond throws an elbow and he hits the
Yeah.
other. What I'm telling you is there are very physical women that are used to playing in the paint and know how to get elbowed and throw elbows just like a man. That has nothing to do with anything. The talent pool, when it comes to women playing with men, it would be the flip flop. If women started going into the NBA, then that would grant men going into the WNBA. And that is where you start to have, okay, what is the purpose of having a WNBA if we're going to splice the leagues? And that's what I'm saying. There is no intention to get rid of the WNBA. As soon as you make basketball unisex, you don't need a WNBA. That at that point, you start drafting the players over from the WNBA to the NBA. That will never happen. It has not, but it doesn't have anything to do with the physicality of the NBA as versus the physicality of the WNBA. Because one of the things that's been talked about throughout this era of basketball is how physicality is absent. This is a soft league. It's a finesse game. That is why Europeans are able to come over and have success in this league now, where they weren't able to have success before because the league is no longer as physical as it was before. European teams had problems with physicality. That's why you had a Paul Gasol who, prior to going to the Lakers, was deemed a soft finesse player. And then as he played with Kobe, he got tougher and tougher and was able to deal with the physicalities. So I want to make it very clear, because I do not support the idea that men are so physical that the women who would come over, if they are talented enough to play in the NBA, would not be able to play in the NBA. I just don't think that they're ready to just get rid of the WNBA. I think the whole point of this year and last season is to really push the WNBA in the direction that the NBA is being pushed as well. So the fact that there are people now marketing it at the same level that they would market NBA games is fun to see, number one. And also, I don't know how many WNBA games you actually are watching solo, but you should actually watch them, because some of those WNBA players that you see on the court, the Nafisa Colliers and the Asia Wilsons of the world. By the way, the Asia just had 26, 18, and 3 or something like that the other night. What we was just talking about? Old girl from LSU, she had 18
Juju.
rebounds and 5. Huh?
Juju?
No, not Juju. I said in the NBA. From LSU. From LSU. I did say from LSU. She's from LSU, but she plays in the NBA. The girl we was just talking about, the one that Kate has beef with Caitlin, not beef with Caitlin Clark.
Angel.
They have Angel Reese. Angel Reese just the other night had a double double that was like, I was like, this, she had how many rebounds? Yeah. So these numbers that they're putting up are crazy numbers, man. But yeah, don't sleep on women basketball.
Oh, okay.
NBA legend Angel McCautry. No.
All right. Well, evidently,
and they said WNBA legend.
I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
Well, she's evidently she's I don't know, outside
Bearing it all.
Naked. That's what she is. She's naked. She's naked. She got no clothes.
Even talking about cover she did for NBA. Now, this don't look real to me for some reason.
Nah, that's been fixed up, but but go back to the other picture.
But this one, but she says she did NBA.
Nah, none of that's real. None
10
of that's
years
real.
ago, and y'all act shocked. I mean, she said this. She said she did this. This is. I mean, what say y'all? I mean, is this? Is this? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about. Like, I never wanted to. I was, never saw a woman that was like, damn, man, I would love to cross that up. Or like, take it to the lane. Like, I don't know if these two genres don't, like I'm not turned. I can't get aroused when you are a few feet away from dunking on me in a picture. Like I'm missing what this is supposed to do. Woman empowerment.
Well, I mean, Vinny, that's not. I mean, you're not a baller. You're not a baller. Like it wouldn't. It doesn't. It's not attractive to you because you're not a baller. But if you were a baller, and you played basketball, and then the girl you met was like, "Yo, I play ball," you'd be like, "What?" Like it is very attractive. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, haven't you? Let's be honest. You did see the movie with Omar Epps and Love and Basketball, and I mean that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That's what a baller. What I mean is the attraction.
Whatever you want. I mean, Tyler, they're talking about it is sexy. You know what I'm saying? If you into basketball.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean the whole attraction of Love and
Basketball. This whole voice thing
was because Omar Epps and her grew up playing basketball together, and as they both got they both were good, they both were talented, and then when she started to thrive and he was injured and all that, he got in his feelings. that's a real thing. Like that's
Now that's her.
why
But stop. That's her real body. All that other shit y'all looking at, I don't know. That's touched up to the touch up. Here,
I mean,
you can tell that's all the real deal
It's not
Holyfield
too much
is what you
difference,
get.
you
she's a
know.
very attractive woman.
How
She's
tall is she?
very attractive.
How tall is she?
How tall is she? That's a good question. Let
Does
me
she look
see.
tall? And shout out to the whoever touched the
6'1".
picture.
She's 6'1".
Shout out to the
Well,
person who touched.
that's what I'm like. This photography. Oh,
Yeah, don't mess. Oh God, you know they was at the beach. So I'm gonna take off my clothes. I can't. Like she kind of looked thugged out. Like
is one hell of a photo shoot though. If this is really with ESPN, where she gets butt ass naked, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna get one from. I'm
none of
gonna
that's
do a
real.
reverse, and I'm
None
gonna
of
do it
that's
in an
real.
angle where you can't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they have to like, because they can't. This can't be a still shot. You know, this has to be like a bunch of frames. I don't know. I just thought this was interesting.
Nah,
And
I mean,
I guess
this is
Ty Sport.
indicative. This is indicative of most of the Sports Illustrated stuff. So I don't know why you've never seen any. This is not the first time they've done a naked athlete. And this won't be the last.
Oh,
this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I've seen
this is not
swimsuit editions, but I haven't seen the
sports.
actual athlete
Look it
naked.
up. Look up nudity. Look up Sports Illustrated nudity and Sports
Nudity.
Illustrated, and you
Oh
will
yeah,
see.
again. Oh, look, I was a child on the bus with the Sports Illustrated looking at the see-through shit as well. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
this
I
is
know it exists,
going
but
straight to it.
normally was the swimsuit edition that included
Mhm.
swim like models. All
Mhm.
right, and those pictures would be separate from the articles about the sports athletes themselves. I didn't recall as many of the actual athletes being, but I I had to go back and do my research because what it
Go
sounds
back
like
and
is
do your
that I was
research, man.
far off base.
one of the things that the marketing strategy has been and when it comes to the WNBA recently is they want to show the feminine side of the players. They want to show the femininity. This is another attempt at showing that she's a skilled athlete, but also a woman. She's bearing it all for her vulnerability, all of those different things that may get lost in the sauce when you see these women out there balling their behinds off. So again, this is a very attractive lady. These pictures, at least the picture that
Now, let me ask you a question.
hold on a second, solo. But the pictures you put up, they're they're not risque. I think they're done very well. Um,
Okay.
I think that when somebody's looking at it, they're not over here like, oh my god, I can't believe that. I think it's more like, oh, yeah, she's got a really nice body. She's very athletic. She's pretty.
True.
I think so. If that was the desired reaction, I think whoever the photographer was.
That's a good point. I ain't look at it like that. I respect that. What you was trying to say, Solo?
I was just looking at the picture again because I don't think there's no way that I could jump and hold that ball in the way. So I'm saying maybe she laid on the ground and took that picture. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? And they
nah,
just
man, nah, that's her, man.
screenshot
Damn,
it.
man.
I mean,
Just because you unathletic don't
all
mean
right,
she can't
okay,
be
okay.
athletic.
All right, let's make out some points here. Look at this body. This body is chiseled. It is chiseled to the 18th
Point taken.
power.
Yeah, it's Photoshop.
Point.
But
A
probably
lot of
because they couldn't show
Photoshop.
they
Then you
couldn't
go
show
back to the you go back to
that.
you
It's
go
not
back to
that
the
much
bitch in the
different.
water, nigga. You go
It's
back
not
to
that
that
much
one.
different. It's not
And
that
you
Solo.
see, hey,
It's cap.
you
It's cap,
see
bro.
she's a pretty girl, she's
Nah,
lovely, she's
it's
fine,
not that
but
much
she don't
different.
look nothing like the picture you just showed me
Nah,
looking
it's
like
just
Air
different.
Jordan's daughter.
Now this
No,
is hella. This is weird right here. There's something.
not
There's some
right.
AI. There's some AI about this
They
particular
touch
one.
up. They touch
Yeah,
up.
a little touch
Any
up, but it
any
looks
professional photographer you gonna go to, especially when you're like, if me or you took that picture solo and we didn't like something about the picture, rather than them go and just can the picture and take more, they're gonna say, well, what don't you like? Can you edit my shoulders down? My shoulders look a little too big.
Yeah,
Can you
I
do
get
that?
it.
That's probably the same thing with her. She was like, okay, I don't feel confident in this. They was like, we'll touch it up. And then they came back. She was like, oh, I look good. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
ain't
I
nobody,
it's
agree with
not
that.
that. It's not
yeah.
What
that
they
much
did was
different.
It's
And
all
not,
over.
it's not crazy.
this one looks. This one looks. I mean, most of it. It's
Looks
not
like
like
her.
she. It's not like she's. If she showed up like this, I wouldn't feel catfished solo. You know what I'm saying? I'm
No,
not
I ain't
like,
gonna say hell no.
like,
She
man,
would
hold
not
on, man.
get kicked out the house. She would not get kicked out of my car. She will not. She will
Yeah,
not.
I don't know if you got the energy straight to kick anything out the grid right
Yeah,
now.
I ain't.
Anyway, but that's the whole thing going on. All right, man. Let me go ahead and move this forward real quick. I had a little
Move it
game
forward.
that I wanted to try to play, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really set it up the way I wanted to because I couldn't find all the clips that I wanted. Ron said he got to go pick up his kid today, so that's why he's not with us. But I want to show y'all a couple things that I thought were spot on. Now let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit to the MLB, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And I want to just chat a tiny bit about a few developments. Number one, there are these really cool high baseball IQ plays that I want to show y'all to see if they impress you. But more importantly than that, we are finally starting to get an idea of who may be in this upcoming 2025 home run derby. And I'm wondering if y'all have any picks, anybody you'd like to see, but I'll go ahead and tell you who's coming up in it as of right now. As of now, we know that the home run derby is happening in Atlanta, where the All-Star game will be. So it would be a mistake if Atlanta didn't have somebody representing them. And so who is representing Atlanta? None other than the one and only Ronald Acuna himself. Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to be in the home run derby, fresh off of his recovery from Achilles, tearing his Achilles in his leg. So I'm geeked up about that. Now, also, Cal Raleigh, who currently leads the league in home runs, more than Aaron Judge, more than Shohei Ohtani, more than everybody from the Seattle Mariners, switch hitting catcher, also said he's pulling up for the home run derby. So that's two that I'm looking forward to right now that already make it interesting. I'm assuming we're more than likely going to see Pete. Pete has been in like every home run derby since he's been in the major league. All right, so I'm assuming the Polar Bear's probably gonna pull up, but I haven't heard from Judge. I don't think Judge gonna do it.
Judge is not
Don't
pulling
think.
up. It's like this late. He is not doing that no more.
I don't think. I would like to see. I think Soto should do it. I think Soto should do it. I don't
Soto
know
won't
why.
do it either.
There's no reason for him to not do it. Honestly, like he should do
There's
it.
almost 700 million reasons why he won't and shouldn't do it.
So he's gonna get the money either way. So
Well, my
right
point
now,
is, he doesn't see the value that first of all, let's be very clear. This year's home run derby will not have the marquee names that the derbies had in the past. It'll have like the Cal, what's his name? What's his last name? Cal what?
Cal Raleigh.
Raleigh, which is not a household name, but does lead. You're right, does lead the majors in home runs. You got a lot of names this year that are up there with their home runs that are not household names, and that's probably what you're going to get is a slew of people that you don't recognize in the home run derby this year. But that does not mean you will not get a great home run derby. You probably still get a very one or two people that stand out in the home run derby and give you a great event and a great show. But the marquee names are. It's almost like the All-Star game in basketball, where the ones that are making a lot of money and are the marquee names. They don't value the home run derby like they do the All-Star game. Now you're going to see all of those players with the marquee names in the All-Star game, but you will not see them in the home run derby. The home run derby doesn't hold any value like it used to hold. That title of home run derby means absolutely nothing at the end of the season. And I think the only way that you really get those marquee names to get back involved is the same way I said about the All-Star game. You have to add some monetary value. The players are about them dollars. So you may make a cash prize, make it, you know what I'm saying, and the trophy. And you may see some of the players. You got to incentivize these players, man. Like, if you think that the players are like that of old who used to play for the fans, these players are not playing for the fans. These players are playing for the checks. Like, don't get it twisted. So and if the MLB wants to spice up the derby, then that's what they need to do. Spice up and spike up the price.
What can you really give as a cash prize, though, to the players that are making hundreds of millions of dollars? Like, because I mean, if you think about it, yes, you have a good point, but the ones that you want to attract aren't going to be attracted by small numbers, right? So,
well, depends on what you mean by small.
I mean, like, you're not going to be able to give out like hundreds of $1 million contracts. You got to be able to. I mean, it's got to be something that I feel like I feel like you should win money that goes towards a charity. Like that already happens. Like when Pete Alonso won, he gave his money to the firefighters and the first responders of I believe of New York. And that's what typically would happen. I don't know what happened with Teoscar. He won last year, but Teoscar is bowed out for this year. Not going to defend his title. I guess I can see why. He's not really hitting like that lately. He don't want to. How you gonna be not hitting and then you go and do home run derby? And I also think that he said that his home run derby participation was going to be tied to him being selected as an actual all-star candidate. And I don't think that has happened yet. So he's just like, nah, fuck all that. You know, I'm cool. But I mean, I think this will be a good opportunity for some young cats to come out. I wouldn't mind seeing Andy Paez, represent, or Kike Hernandez, one of the other, somebody else from the Dodgers can come out and try to be in a home run derby. I wouldn't mind seeing Christian Moore from the Angels.
O'Neal
got called up.
O'Neal from
O'Neal Cruz. Ellie.
No, not O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah.
Pirates, from the Pirates.
Yeah, O'Neal Cruz.
That's his last name. I thought his last name was O'Neal. But his first name is O'Neal?
His first name is O'Neal. His last name is Cruz.
Oh, okay,
O'Neal Cruz. I wouldn't mind seeing Seiya Suzuki, PCA. Why not PCA? What PCA like literally has got Chicago on fire right now. All right. Yeah. These a bunch of folks. Otto Lopez in Miami. Junior Caminero, after throwing up having that wicked home run down in South America. The incentive, what could it be, like $100K for whatever charity you want, or like you get stake in I don't know, but it's the same thing as the dunk contest, right? With regard
that's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it's like.
The players that you want to see in the dunk contest are not showing up, but there's no LeBron to blame it on. Like, are we going to blame Judge for not? He's in the All-Star game. Why would you want to wear out your arm? Judge is already about to make history. If he hits 2 more home runs.
And to their defense, to Judge's defense, because we did compare him to LeBron. Judge has been in the home run derby before.
Yes.
So he has too. Exactly. So this is different. It differs in that regard because the players have done the derby before. They just don't do the derby anymore. And they don't do it every year. It's like it doesn't hold the same value. So I have no problem with that. I have no problem with you getting to a certain status and you're like, I'm not going to do that. Because why am I going to do that when I'm going to be playing in the All-Star game the very next day?
All-Star.
So that's one of the reasons why I can see Aaron Judge not being in the home run derby, because he's going to be in the All-Star game the very next day. any of the players that are playing in the All-Star game do not want to tweak anything, don't want to pull anything, don't want to risk injury, smacking balls, because that is a thing. That is the thing, y'all. You can over swing and you know what I'm saying? You can do some things. So I don't expect any of the stars to jump in. Pete, Alonzo, definitely. We're probably going to see the polar bear, and that's just because he loves this event. Pete is always at the home run derby. I feel like he's one of those people that if you don't call Pete, he's going to feel some type of way. Like it was like Pete, you know, we didn't call you because we knew you was going to pull up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So in those regards, I have no problems with the stars not pulling up to the home run derby. Again, I do not think that the home run derby loses any momentum. It loses any momentum because you're still getting talented players in the home run derby. You're getting very talented.
Yes, but I feel like we just mentioned, Judge, Ohtani, Soto actually, if I'm not mistaken, and you can fact check me, Solo, I believe Juan Soto beat out Albert Pujols for the home run derby in Albert Pujols' last year, which was 2002, if I'm not 2022. So these players have done it. The up and coming, and this is before the big contract. This is before the 765. This is before the 450. This is before the 700 for Shohei. So this is the time for the Jazz Chisholms to step up, right? This is the time for you know, like this is where you showcase, and we look back and be like, damn, remember back when Jazz was, you know what I'm saying, he was only getting. I want to see Jazz Chisholm in the names of the sport should be in it. Ketel Marte should be in this shit. Why not Ketel Marte? You know, why not James Wood from the Nationals? You know what I'm saying? Like what is the fear factor for them? They ain't even got the big contract yet. You know, this ain't nothing but exposure. Unless they do terrible.
Did the list already come out?
There's only two. It's just those two. It's
okay. So what's to say that they those players
it's in a week. It's in like a week and a half.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Specifically, Ketel Marte, his mother just died. So that could be why his name hasn't come up, because he's literally just dealing with his mother just passing. And that was big news because I mean,
he's gonna get into that.
His mom just died, but since then I think he's hit 3 home runs, 3 home runs, like in the course of two days or something like that. He's been smacking it out the park as of recent for the Diamondbacks. I think for the Diamondbacks. Does he play for the Diamondbacks?
And to be clear, I don't think his mom just died. What happened was she passed not too long ago, not like within the last day or so, but I think last year or and he was being heckled by somebody in the audience, in the crowd.
It was last year. Oh, okay. I thought she just died.
In the crowd about, oh, you're gonna end up just like your mom. And this is actually an interesting moment. I'm glad you brought this up. I was gonna wait until a little later in the show, but I want to talk. Let me holler at y'all about what happened here. Actually, you know what? I think the video speaks for itself. We'll go ahead and let me play this real quick, and let me see if I can get y'all to tell me what y'all thought about this right quick.
Chicago, this is from the previous pitching change. Torey Lovullo with Ketel Marte in tears on the pitcher's mound, waiting for the reliever to come in, consoling Ketel Marte, who was in tears during that break. And for more on exactly what is wrong, or at least an idea, we go to Todd Walsh.
Yeah, guys, I can't speculate on that.
Back to Chicago, this is from the previous.
Fans are nasty, and fans go too far sometimes. And I love my players, and I'm going to protect them.
your protection starts way before today, though. You guys go so far. It's we were talking on the air. I know you're a father figure to him, are you not?
Right. Yeah. I've known Cattell for 9 years, and he's had some unbelievably great moments and some hardships as well, and some really, really tough moments in his life. And I know those. And at the end of the day, we're human beings and we have emotions, and I saw him hurting and I want to protect him.
Can you tell us what you told him?
I love you and I'm with you and we're all together and you're not alone. And no matter what happens, no matter what was said or what you heard, that guy's an idiot and shouldn't have an impact on you.
So just to kind of, I would read the article and kind of go through the whole thing, but I'll just make it as brief as I can. Essentially, Ketel Marte, he's up the bat. They're in Chicago at the White Sox Stadium, and a fan basically, while he's out playing, is basically saying, "Yo, you suck. You're gonna end up like your mom. Your mom, you trashed like your mom. You should be dead. You should, like shit like that." And it rattles Ketel, right, to the point where you saw his emotions, like he's fucked up about it. He's not necessarily
fans are nasty and
shy about. He's not. He couldn't hold it in no more. You know what I'm saying? And so it prompts the league to not only kick the fan out, but to ban him from all
parts,
stadiums.
Thank you.
Forever.
Ever.
Completely banned.
He got to go hang out with the fishes.
Well, so this seemed clear cut to me. However, it has been brought to my attention that this is something that might be a little bit of a step far, because depending on your perspective, all right, if we go all the way back through the integration days, right, there was a lot of stuff hurled at Jackie Robinson, Larry Doby, Kurt Flood, all these cats, Satchel Paige, when these cats came in, and I don't remember
Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey. Yeah. Yo, come on. Even I'm sure Jazz still hears shit and has to ignore it, right? My point is, if Ketel had not reacted in this manner, nothing would have happened. Is it the reaction that triggers the security call? Like because this is not the only thing that's happened as of late. Like, fans is getting out of control. There's another guy, Dennis Santana, I want to say. He recently slapped the fan because they was like, he was trying to, you know what I'm saying? It was talking shit, and he had enough of it. He was like, "Look, bro, I'm gonna slap the shit out you." He jumped up and slapped him because fans is unruly right now. Like, it's some crazy shit. He's like, "Yeah, okay, bop." You know what I'm saying? Like, fans think they can't get hit. They think they can't get it. And this dude got banned.
Well, let me tell you something that what you see that is kind of the consistency that I've seen too. And obviously there's exceptions to all rules, but these are kids. The dude that said this to Ketel Marte was 22, I think, 22 years old. These young around 17, and that's where I'm seeing a lot of the disconnect coming from. And we've had conversations about this before. There is just there is a real disconnect, an emotional disconnect from the younger generation, where they just think they can say anything and not get noticed. And I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a whole lot. Saying just anything, doing anything. We're in an era right now where somebody can walk up to you, touch you, do whatever, and they're doing it as content creators and doing it for likes and views and clicks and all of that stuff. And then when they get dealt with, you know what I'm saying, because they thought shit that was funny and you don't find it funny, then they sit there and they look with this they got this stammered look like, what it was all it's a camp, it's what they say, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. So because you say it's a prank, then that excludes you from repercussion. Like as long as it's like because I've seen it happen too often now at this point, where just coming up, doing stuff to people, putting your hands on people, doing all the violating people's stuff. Like to sit there and talk about this man's dead mother is just there's gotta be a line caught in the sand. If we still had it, if it was still like it was when Jackie Robinson was around, and these fans are calling you all kind of racial slurs and all of that kind of stuff and just getting away with it, and as long as you don't respond, they just continue to get away with it, then you know what I'm saying, then that would be one thing. But what we do know is that if a fan calls you a racial slur at a basketball game, football game, baseball game, and security hears it, or there's fans bring attention to it, they will escort you out of those facilities. Right. They will. Right. You will get the fuck up out of there. We saw it happen. I think
LeBron have like the white lady and her son was on the sideline, and
that they got kicked out of the game for heckling LeBron. Russell Westbrook had an incident in Utah where he was called a racial slur, and they snatched that dude up out of there and kicked him out forever. But when I hear these forever bans, like the dude they was talking about, he's forever banned from all parks in the MLB. I'm like, it sounds good, right? But how do you really police this dude from being banned from all of the stadiums? Like that's it. Like at last I checked, you don't have to show ID with your ticket.
Nope.
So it sounds good, for Ketel Marte to feel like something was done to support you. But in all honesty, that there's no way that the MLB can police this young man and his people from ever going into another stadium. They may be able to police them at that stadium, but as far as like all the stadiums, come on, man, there's just no way. That's just impossible. Unless they got this big picture of him up on every screen and in the MLB in every stadium, which we know that's not going to be the case. It's impossible. This dude is
you're right, because like when I go to baseball games, I just show them my phone and they be like ding, and then I go in and they never be like, "Is this you?" Or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
And furthermore, I always get 2 tickets, and so whoever comes with me, they never even ask you. Beep beep. Yeah, he with me. You know what I'm saying? They with me. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even. So you could get your homeboy to just get you a ticket.
Exactly.
They're gonna be right back there the next week. Like something. Hey, I'm back, motherfucker.
With his hat pulled down real low, he gonna be in there like in there talking about his mom again. So it's sad.
Let me just say this part though. It is a slippery slope because I'm sure that people have heard shit like that before. It's not the first time, but in Ketel's case, it hit him. It hit him like he was like, holy shit, like they go in there. And so because he reacted like that is why they ended up kicking him out. But they've never really officially put that rule on the books. You understand what I'm saying? You're not allowed to say such and such to certain player about said thing. You know what I'm saying? So is there a line that needs to be drawn? Should it be said explicitly? Like, listen, a player at any point in time has the right if he feels you have made him feel uncomfortable to request your ejection, and you have nothing, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, should they just make a blanket statement like, listen, you're here as a privilege, and at any moment, the stadium can escort you out for no reason whatsoever, or for some reason, but you got, in order for you to not be in that position, just calm your ass down. You know what I'm saying? And try to know the line. Or do they need to be like, no, you're not allowed to say racial shit, not allowed to say sexist shit, no homophobic shit, and also don't say shit about people's, dead parents or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Because if he didn't react like that, he would have still, this shit would still be happening.
If I'm being honest, Vince, because let me first say, I'm so sorry that this happened to Ketel Marte. Losing a parent, a sibling, anybody who you love is always a horrible and tragic thing. But with all that being said, I think that the fan of any team, and a fan in general, should have the right to say whatever the fuck they want to say. And it goes back to heckling. It goes back to what fans are in and what home court, home field, home whatever represents. It represents a contentious arena. Yep. And anytime you go into those places, you're not supposed to be comfortable. That's why they have the fans there, to make you uncomfortable. That's why traveling to a team's home court or home field or home arena is always supposed to be tougher than when you're at home, where it's safe and loving and all of those things. This is also why players get paid so much, because there are certain things that you have to deal with that the layman or the average individual does not have to deal with. This is a tough-skinned thing. It is something that used to be a thing where players like Jackie Robinson, who were called everything but a child of God, who still was able to thrive and be one of the greatest players that we've ever seen to play the game of baseball. This is what it takes sometimes. It takes that grit. It takes that drive. It takes that ability. I think that the only thing that a fan, when it comes down to, should not be allowed to do is to put hands on a player or throw items at a player. That is the two things. At that point, that is assault and that is illegal. But as far as, we live in a country where we have freedom of speech, and I love that we live in a country and we have the freedom of speech, but we also live in a country that is not absent of consequence. So anybody who decides that they want to heckle a player, one of these 6'8", one of these 245-pound linebacker looking baseball players, you want to heckle them? Cool, heckle him. But when he decides to jump up and slap the shit out of you, you got to live with that too. And I think that's the point that I think where the lines and everything need to be crossed. Need to be drawn. You cannot touch a player and you cannot throw anything at a player. But outside of that, you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want to say. A player has the ability at that point to tune you out. And that, I think that's what you have to do. You have to understand you're in what they call it's called a hostile environment for a reason, Vince. Like, you don't go.
Look, I agree with you, but I'm imagining some kid behind home plate while Mookie Betts is at bat going nigger, 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 nigger. And you just have to be like, I don't think that should be allowed. I think that even if Mookie has channeled a level of his chakra where he can tune it out, the ballpark should be like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like there should be a structure in play. Like, I agree with you. Hostile territory, all that. Like, give it to him. But I do think that the stadium, and I think that this, to your point, like, because you've already said it in sports, there's already like an unwritten rule. Like, look, we ain't gonna say what it is, but you know when the limit, and if you don't know it, then you gonna learn that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, and this is, I think, where it falls into that category. Now, I'm pissed. I don't want to say pissed off, but yeah, of course, we wish that they could have said this. They could have banned everybody when, you know, Branch Rickey was like, yo, Jackie, so what I need you to do is turn the other cheek. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody gonna call you a nigga and they gonna say, I'm gonna hang you from a tree and I'm coming for your daughter and coming for your family. And I just want you to show them that you can steal that base and hit that ball. Yeah, he didn't have that luxury. Yes, we get it. That was 1940. But we are where we are now. And I do think that the league, it's not the players, not the teams, not the stadiums necessarily, but the league should be able to say, listen, we reserve the right to use our discernment to allow you in our, you know, space based on conduct. And if it does not breach what we consider to be egregious, and we could, and that is a slip. And if you don't like the fact that that's vague, then that's tough. Don't come. But if we think you're just gonna sit there and talk about somebody dead mama right behind the plate, and we think that that's too far, then we get to, if we're gonna sit there and call somebody the N-word loud as hell and wear N-word shirts and sit behind the plate, then yeah, we got the right to be like, nah, fuck that shit. We don't, you know what I'm saying? But you're right. They should expect, but I'm just glad that the league is like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? There's got to be at least some sort of, you know, a modicum of decency with regard to the sport where we can maintain that, because the public is watching. You know, we don't want to start making it seem like it's okay. Yeah, come on out, bring your racism to the front row, and we gonna support it. You know what I mean?
Well, look. That's why I said we live in a country of free speech, but we also live in a country that is not absent of consequence. So fans can police themselves. If me and you are sitting in the stadium watching the Cardinals play baseball, and this white man sitting right in a row in front of us and saying nigga, and we don't get up and choke the shit out of his ass.
Right. I
think if enough racists get choked out at these games, they'll start thinking twice about saying it as loud as they say. They might be like, you know, look, that's cool, but that's what I'm saying. They should be, anybody should be allowed. I'm always for free speech, but just know, and I tell my kids this all the time, there is a consequence to your actions, whether it be a good consequence or a bad consequence. But you got to be ready to stand on whatever it is that you choose to do. So if you choose to go out here and slap somebody, know that there is a good chance you'll get slapped back. So just know, don't put your hands on. There's certain things you teach people, and then certain things that they learn. So for this kid who was sitting there talking about that man's mom, somebody in the stands could have really took it in their own hands and dealt with him on a level that would make him second guess that the next time he decides to go that far. But we live in this era right now where everyone is offended by everything. So it's hard to monitor. It's hard to always monitor what people say. You have to allow people the opportunity to get to experience the consequences in order for them to understand what is and what isn't acceptable. That's why I said, as long as we keep seeing people on Instagram thriving and getting thousands and thousands of views for doing crazy stuff. It's some dude that I see on the internet that just goes around and walks up on you and your lady and talk about your girl got a fat ass. And he just does it. He walks up on people and does that. And until somebody deals with his ass, like really deals with his ass, he gonna keep on doing that. And that's what I'm saying. There's a consequence to all your actions, people. So when you go to these games and you decide to heckle these 6'4", 257-pound, because listen, baseball players are big as fuck. Like no, people are not talking about that. These baseball players are not little. They are not little.
I think I could take Mookie
Man, why you single out Mookie? Mookie play hands and feet on you, man.
I think I could take Mookie. I think I might be able to wrestle Tommy Edman. I think I might. CJ Abrams, I feel like he got a chip on his shoulder. I don't know, but I feel like it'll be a fair fight if we square it up.
I think all of them are getting catching the W on you, bro.
Bobby Witt Jr.
all catching the dub. All catching the dub. Bro, you know
who I don't want to see is I don't want to see
none of them. You don't want to see any of them.
I don't want to see Judge. I don't want to see.
You don't want to see Vince. These niggas train year around to play 100+ games a season.
I don't want to see Tommy
These niggas win. These niggas win is like boxers.
Yo. Damn it, Solo. You finna go somewhere? I was finna do something. I was finna ask you something. You finna go? Oh, all right, he doing something.
There you go, man.
You finna go somewhere?
Now I had some food. I was gonna grab it, but go ahead.
Oh man, all right. Well, hurry up and get the food. I wanted to ask you something real quick. Oh, well, actually, you know what? This is perfect. This goes right into you getting some food. So I just wanted to know real quick, Solo, if I gave you $1,000, if you would be down to participate in this sport, since you sound like you might be a little hungry, just let me know if this is something that you'd be down for.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. 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 Yeah, why is always the Korean, the Japanese coming up with some shit?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Would you do it?
I mean, I've eaten a spider before. It was cooked. I would assume that this isn't a live bug.
Whoa. Time out. You know,
go back.
Past that. You just said you ate a cooked spider from where? Where were you when you ate a cooked spider?
I was in China.
And so let me get this straight. So when they brought the food out and they told you it was a spider, so you ate it before you knew what it was, or you knew what it was and then ate it?
Now I ordered it. I had that after I had a it wasn't like in a restaurant. It was in what y'all would probably consider a wet market, but it was at a market, and I had a scorpion first, and then I had the spider. Yeah.
Was this a dare, or did you just want to know what a scorpion and a spider tastes like?
I kind of wanted to know. Yeah, I wanted to know because I was in Asia, and I know that they don't do that all over the place, and so I was curious as to how that worked. So I went down to that area, and I ate. Yeah.
So what did the scorpion taste like, and what did the spider taste like?
Well, it honestly, it tasted like fries. it just tasted like it didn't taste. It didn't really have like. It wasn't like you would expect it to be like. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I got to one part of it, there's a certain part I got to it where like the little part at the very end, like at the bottom of the spider, it was real nasty. And when I got to that part, I almost threw up. But the rest of it, the top of it, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't. Yeah. Whether you recommended it or not, I think I would never knowingly eat any of like certain things. I'm not. Yeah, I leave that to the cultures that decide that that's something that they want to embark on. Yeah, I leave that to I'm okay with the culture that I'm in right now that just kind of eats.
Oh, you took it to a culture. Okay, I mean, I was just trying something.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Nobody just eats. I mean, nobody just goes around and just eats spiders.
I mean, there's a market.
Scorpion.
Oh yeah,
well,
you're right. Yeah,
well, that's the culture. That's the culture.
That's the culture. What that is. Yeah, I mean, I was just
for all of us, though, so we know
Oh my
not.
God. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta pee so bad. I'm trying. I'm trying to.
This nigga must have
It's like he's 4 years old. He got to pee.
something
He's
wrong
going
with
to
his
pee
bladder.
day.
Something wrong with his bladder, man.
Oh,
He
so
need to be checked out.
solo. Yo, so this
I'm
dude
eating
just
this
said
spider.
he just said he ate a spider and a scorpion, right? And there was no cash prize for him doing it. He just wanted to try it because he was in a different country. So have you ever been? I know you travel because of the comedy and everything. So I know you've been some places. Have you ever been to another country and felt like trying one of their delicacies and one that maybe we over here in America would think would be
I
like,
never left the country.
So you never left the country?
Yep. I won't be. I'll be my first time leaving the country in the next few months. But I've never.
All right. So I'm gonna flip it. You used to stay in NY. NY is very diverse when it comes to the type of foods that they have. So you could, if in essence, if you wanted to, go to some place like a Mongolian restaurant or something like that, or maybe a Indonesian restaurant and try some of these things that he was referring to. Maybe not necessarily the scorpion, but you could possibly eat I don't know, a roach or
I probably ate a roach, not knowing I ate the roach. Probably a million times. A lot of people don't have ate a roach.
A million times.
Yeah. Because roaches, you look it up. The average bug that goes in a human's mouth, a spider, a roach, while you sleep, and you will eat the fuck out of them. That's a truth.
But a million times though.
No, Google it. It's
Well,
like I think
in your
it's
sleep
like
and shit like
in
that.
your
That they
sleep
call it
you
their mouth.
swallow like 8 or 9 spiders a year. The
I
average
mean,
human.
he believes the most egregious parts
Oh,
of the
hold
internet,
up.
but I mean,
Let me ask you a question. I've had the most weird shit I ever ate was octopus, but I've had
that ain't what I heard.
snake. I had snake, pigeon.
Yeah, some
I
pigeon.
ate pigeon. Pigeon.
Snake.
The bird that you eat by squirrel. I've had squirrel. A lot of squirrel. Yeah, that's about it. See, you know, a lot of fish in the sea because I like
Yeah, fish. I get it.
yeah, but other than that, that's it. Oh, I had shark.
I've never had shark.
Shark meat. I had that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now Vince probably done ate camel toe, all kinds of shit.
I think you've eaten camel toe.
I think we've all had a piece of camel toe.
Yeah,
but I've never. I think for me, the most extreme thing that I've eaten is probably deer meat. And
I'm sorry, I had that too.
And gator tails. Like that's about as far. Like I think that's the furthest I've gone left is probably gator tails and deer meat I had when I came up here.
There you go. Look at it.
It's actually good. It was actually really
good. Look at it.
Oh, that was you. Oh, you actually. Oh, wow. And look at them all laughing at your ass. They like, look at this nigga.
While they standing in line to get the same shit right. Laughing at me.
Look.
How did it taste?
He said it tastes like fries. Yo,
it tastes like French fries.
And this nigga, yo, nigga, and then you ate a giant spot. That's like a tarantula, bro.
Yeah, it's like a tarantula. Yeah.
Yo, that's a big.
Oh yeah. Oh. Vince got balls, man. I'm trying to tell you, Vince.
No, hold up. That nigga chewed up the nigga. Look how he ate that, bro. He ate the first part and was like, "Oh, this shit is good." And then he got to that round part. He bit the round part off like it was a meatball. And then he got it in his mouth and was like, you can see his face. He was like,
yeah, that's the bad part. The butt, the ass. That's what some of the comments say. I think it's
he ate the ass part, man.
He was supposed to leave that on. He was supposed to leave that on the stick. And look at him. Look at him.
That's nasty.
He was like, ew. He was like, this nigga eating that shit. Look, like, ew.
Yo, I swear it was Tay that
They
was
was
like,
laughing at
how
your
that ass
ass.
taste.
What's that shit?
Oh,
How that ass
man.
taste. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
Look, he ate that shit. Oh wow. Vince, yeah.
and
Vince,
right before I ate that, okay. So let me give you the story. So I'm in Beijing. I was doing comedy, solo. I was doing comedy out there, and but my homeboy Mac was with me, who I call him my brother, because we look alike. They say we did in high school. We don't anymore, as much. But he had to work that day, so a friend of his said she would take me around. So she kind of took me, and I was like, "Yo, I want to go to that place where they be eating the spiders and eating the scorpions and shit." And she's like, "What?"
Ask for this shit.
Like, yeah, man, where is that shit, man? So she took me all the way out there, and going up, I mean, you see all kind of, and you see them alive too. Like they have them on the spigot. They have them on the spigot while they're alive, and you pick it out, and then they cook it like in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do that, but they had scorpions, worms. You know what I'm saying? All kind of weird shit. Snake. Like I'm walking through this market, like the fuck. I was like, look, I'll do a spider. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? It might, I might get superpowers. So I was like, I'll do a spider. I started with the
so
scorpion.
you, that all makes sense. So you, spider, thinking you would be the next Spider-Man. Like, I might eat this spider and magically get powers. I don't know.
It ain't gonna eat. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, shit. So I first go and get a scorpion. Now the scorpion's like this big.
God.
The scorpion's probably like this big, right? So it's half the size of that spider. And I get the scorpion, and it basically, as soon as you crunch down on it, you all right. You know the fried. You know how we all eat fried chicken. I think Solo eating it right now. We all eat fried chicken, right? Have had fried chicken.
Absolutely.
You know the skin of the fried chicken, right? You know how if you took just the skin of the fried chicken and kind of bit into it, how you taste it, but it doesn't really taste like it's, like there's no meat in it, so you don't really taste like a sub. You just kind of taste the texture of it.
Nah.
You bite into it, but it's not like biting into the piece of chicken. You bite in.
Obviously it's not. But the whole. But since we all eat fried chicken, you know that the skin of the fried chicken is where all the taste
best part. That's the best
it's
part.
All, it's all the seasoning.
But if somebody handed you a plate of just skin and said it was chicken, you would know the difference, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with the texture of the spider and of the scorpion, it's like it doesn't taste like chicken, but it has the texture of just the exterior part of the chicken. If that makes any sense.
Until you get to the butt.
It doesn't taste like
to the butt.
Yeah, the ass. Yeah.
And then you start eating the feces.
Yeah, the butt part.
So you just ate the shit. You was like
in the butt. Yeah. Nasty. Yeah, that shit was nasty. Yeah, the butt was really bad.
Because you were supposed to leave the butt on the stick, and you pulled the butt off the stick. Like, oh, this don't taste that bad. And then you got the feces in your mouth. It was like, why does my mouth taste like shit all of a sudden?
That nigga said the feces.
Chewing the butt. Yeah, I ate probably about 500 babies in that, but I don't know if that was
that. Once you took that first bite, you could tell you liked it. You was like, "Oh, this shit ain't that bad."
Well, I wouldn't say liked it. It was not as bad as I expected. Yeah, I can walk you through.
Watch this.
I'll walk you through the whole thing. Look,
I'm looking at it, bro. I'm looking at it.
So I'm watching it. So at this point, all right. Hey, watch y'all do this. So I walked up to him, BM. Now notice, look at all the shit that's on that table. Now y'all talk about me. Look at this: worms, beetles. You know what I'm saying? All kind of like weird shit on this table.
Yeah.
Look at all of these spiders. As if mine wasn't made special order. Look, these are the scorpions.
Hey, think about it. Where did they get the spiders?
Yeah, I heard that they.
Who is out there hunting for the spiders and the bugs?
That's what I heard. They got like there's a certain place out there where they get them all, and I don't know. But you're right. That's a good point. But where they get the chicken that you eat? Where they get you know what I'm saying?
Well, the most important part of this whole thing is those people are eating what they eat in that town and in that culture, because there was at some point in time they were poor, and this is poor man's food. This is stuff that you can find right digging under a rock, looking at, you know what I'm saying, looking at tree. This is all stuff you can find in nature, but it also is a poor man's supplement.
So you saying that Chinese spiders are like, this is their watermelon?
What I'm saying is, if I were homeless in America, if I was homeless in America and I didn't have any food to eat, the next step you would be eating in America would be the same type of insects and rodents and whatever that you can get your hands on. This is poor man's food. A lot of these people ate this because they had no choice to eat anything else, because there was nothing else to eat. So it became then, as they, you know, kind of just kept eating it, it became what they call a delicacy, which is another way to say this is some shit that we eat that we think you might like because you never ate it before. That's what.
Yeah. Well, they it's funny how when they do it, it's culture. Like, we eat oysters, lobsters, which are considered like the roaches of the sea. Escargot, which is snails, shrimp with the shrimp.
Matter of fact, I'm about to leave here now. Go get me some shrimp. I'm about to pack up the whole family.
I love it. I got sushi in the house from yesterday.
Yeah,
but
you got sushi.
Let me finish walking you through this. So right here, BM, he hands it to me because I asked him for it. Now he has salted it up and all that. Now there's a dude already behind me. You see, he getting greedy. He already trying to order his spider and shit. And I'm like, calm that shit down, man. Let me finish mine first. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, and I'm nervous. Oh, girl. I tell old girl, I say, hey, man, just videotape me doing this because I don't want to have to do it again. You know what I'm saying? I was like, just video this because I don't want to have to do this twice. So she tapes it. It's kind of cool. You see, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got the shit on. You know, all right, yep, this is a real spider. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fake shit. That's real. It's got the hair. It look, yeah, it's a real thing. Yep. So then I pull back. And then I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, all right, to make sure it's still dead. It's dead, right? I know you just fried it and all that. You see, I got the chaser right there. I want y'all to notice. I got that. That is not by accident. The Sprite.
Was it crunchy? Was it crunchy?
Yes. I'm telling you, it tasted like, if I gave it to you and just had you feed it to yourself without telling you what it was with the blindfold on, you would think I gave you about like a clump of fries, of overcooked fries. But until you got to the butt, then you'd be like, "Oh shit, this tastes like ass," and you'd be like, yep,
"Oh shit, I
oh shit." Hey man, on side note, Vince, man, you ever been checked out mentally?
That's another story.
That is a whole other conversation. It's definitely a conversation.
I'm just trying to imagine me and Vince walking through this place, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm about to go over here and eat one of these spiders."
Yeah, so.
Hey, yo.
Ain't no goddamn way, man. Ain't no damn way. I don't even know. I wouldn't even be over there. I couldn't even film it because I don't like spiders.
Solo, he would have definitely tried to get you to eat one with him.
Oh, hell no.
100%. He would have been like, yo, let's eat this. Let's try it. Let's try it at the same time. Man,
look at all of these other people in the background that are standing at the same booth waiting to get stuff. This was not me going out of the way to start some new thing. This is going to happen whether I'm there or not. They damn sure want to see the black man. Dude,
oh, that's 100%. 100%. No, you can tell by the smiles on their face.
Yeah, they damn sure want to see the black man.
They are more happy to see your black ass than anything else. These niggas,
his smile on his face. Look at the smile.
Look, you know how people be in a line and they be like, "Man, hurry up, man, so I can get my." These niggas wasn't impatient. Nothing. They was just like, "Yeah, go ahead, black man, eat that shit."
Okay,
we gonna wait for you to. We gonna wait while she pass out. We gonna wait while you make your video. Hold on. We gonna wait right here while you make your video of you eating it, even though we may be starving behind you. Yo, nigga, they eating fucking roaches.
So nigga, I was too. I'm not starving. I went there out of choice. All right, so
I know you had a better choice than that. I know you had a better choice.
I did it. It's adventurous shit, which gets me in trouble sometimes. So yeah, but check it out. So I obviously I'm there doing comedy. I'm laughing. You know, I want to promote my shows too. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. It's this dude behind me. This dude was funny. The one that just passed. But this is when they see me, and I'm making a scene. I ain't gonna lie. They see me and they see the girl filming me and shit, and I'm sitting there. And this dude behind me right here, this is the one who get impatient. Like, nigga, hurry that shit up, nigga. I need my spiders, nigga. Like,
look at that nigga face.
I can't. What is he doing with this bullshit? I need my spider. Like, this motherfucker right here was not having it. Look at him. There you go. Look, like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? And so being right then,
God.
When before that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so nasty. This is gonna be oh my God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this thing? You know, right? If you ever went on one of them water slides and you're like, oh, you look at it from the bottom, you're like, man, that shit ain't that big. And then you get it right before they push you over, you're like, oh, why the fuck did I do this?
You know what? I changed my mind. That's you're like, no, nigga.
You wanted to spit it out, though. You wanted to spit it out, didn't you? You wanted to spit it out. But you swallowed that shit like a shot.
Nah, because look, like Solo, he's saying once he bit into. Imagine you not knowing what you're gonna taste, right? And then you bite into it, and it tastes like a French fry. So now, once he tasting it like a French fry, he started chewing that shit up. You could tell. Right. That's why I said you could tell at that point. He's like, "Oh, this is not so bad." And the way he grabbed for the butt. After that, I was like, "Oh, this nigga really is liking the taste." He's like, "I didn't like the taste." Oh, you ate it. You was like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Oh, let me get the butt.
This is exactly what it is. That's literally exactly what. Look, he describes it to a T. That's exactly what happened.
Shot glass.
So this is the moment I bit into it, still expecting it to be nasty, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, all right, fine, let's go ahead and do this shit. All right, it is what it is. Let me go ahead. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know what? Hold up. All right. I mean, I guess.
Look how he went back at it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he went back. Yeah, he went back at it like he was tearing that shit up, man.
Yeah. After, as Ty said, like once I took that first bite and it didn't taste like complete ass, I was like, all right, this wasn't as bad. Let me go ahead and get this shit out the way. And the mistake I made was thinking that the whole entire spider was all going to taste the same. And that little part at the very bottom, boy, that is not the same part of the spider. It's like
that is the shit sack.
Yeah.
You ate the whole. That's why the shit was stuck on the motherfucking thing like that. Yo, you didn't notice that it broke away from the rest of the spider? Yo, you
I did notice that, but I didn't think that it was gonna taste that bad. So
he dropped some of the spider, right? Some of it look like it dropping, and the people looking at him like, man, that's a good spider you dropping on the ground.
Man, look at that. The shit sack.
Oh, that's good spider right there.
Oh, man. That's what they was waiting for. They was really waiting for to see what he was
eat that butt.
Look,
man, wait till you get to the booty.
He ain't get to. He didn't eat it yet. He ain't eat it
right
yet.
There, it was at this moment.
At this point, I feel like
he knew he fucked up.
Hey man, I did it, man. This ain't shit, man. It wasn't even that bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I can't wait to tell you know what I'm saying, everybody back to the crib, man. Spider, it ain't even that bad. You know why we tripping? And then I was like, all right, well, let me finish this shit.
Look how he snatched this shit off.
This part right here.
Watch how he snatched this doodle sack. Watch how he snatched that doodle sack off.
Oh no. Where's the salt? He looking for the salt. Where's the salt? Where's the salt?
That nigga immediately popped that Sprite open and
Yo, I think I spit it out. I think I spit that part out, so I had to edit that out because I was like, oh, what was that?
The spider the front of the spider went in your mouth with the ease, but he was saying shit. Wait till you taste my ass. He said, fuck you, and going down his stomach. Get your ass back. Look at it.
You taste my
I bet you don't do that no more. I guarantee they will offer you a spot and you eat it.
Nah, I did it once. I don't need to do it again. I just wanted to do it right quick. And like I've had, gator, octopus, squid. I'll try the shit once. I don't go back to it if I don't like it.
So you'll eat monkey brains and tiger balls and shit.
Hey, what they eating over there now? They eating
monkey brains. If it,
they in the monkey family. I forgot what it's pin. No, it's
orangutan.
Nah, it's something else. Over there in Africa, they eating the damn what they call them damn thing. They like monkeys, but they're not monkeys. They call them something else. It was one of y'all niggas.
I don't
know. No, they don't eat. Nobody eat hyena. Lions don't eat hyenas. They kill them and leave them dead.
Oh, all right. Well, good to know. Well,
lions don't eat hyena. He'll kill it because they hate them. They hate them so much they won't eat them. They'll just kill them and leave them dead.
Yeah. Well, that might be a thing. Real quick, I think I showed this to some of y'all, but not all. And so, just a couple real quick.
Baboon.
Fast track run through a couple of subjects.
Trying to say. I'm sorry. Baboon.
Oh yeah. Baboon.
In Africa, they eating baboons right now. They taking them out and cooking them like hamburgers. Taking them out. A baboon is not safe in certain parts of Africa.
Solo, I swear, just be saying shit, boy. And we just
I get it on TikTok.
we just let it happen. We just let it go. All right, let me do these. I'm gonna run through these real quick, gentlemen, if it's okay, and we'll just go ahead and get your opinions on them. A few of these I think are actually classic.
Broken bat roller toward shortstop. The shuffle, and Clark taking the runner out. Look out, here we go. Look out.
Did we see this last week?
And here come both dugouts.
Did I play this last week? No.
Yep. Yeah, you did.
No, we're going to have a good one here.
This was
go
last week.
Ozzie Smith.
Do not care for each other.
I think I might have. Yeah,
Clark doing his job. Yeah, Kendall doesn't like it. I didn't like it either.
Okay, and look at it right here. And look, see a Kendall hitting Clark in the helmet. And there goes the sucker punch from behind by Ozzie.
With the spikes.
Like I said, if you're going to throw
Ozzie in there again.
If you're going to throw him, you're going to have to get one. And here comes Maldonado.
Got it for Kendall.
Everybody whooping that.
Ozzie's getting some.
Yeah, they have to stop it.
He's getting
You can't forget that one, dude.
And nobody gets kicked out. Like that's different. That's baseball. Shout out to baseball, man. That happened.
Shout out to Whoop Ass.
I thought that this was cool, man. Did you see this, Ty? I think you posted this in the group actually. The White Sox don't have a lot to cheer about, but they do have this guy named Chase Mydroth who had a real slick play. Check this out. It's almost like it's like a head fake. It's like he got crossed over. Like he slid into the base in the second, but he stopped right before he got to it. And then I think who they was playing. I think he was playing against Cleveland. I think it was Andres Jimenez. No, he's with the Blue Jays. Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, smart.
I think that was against the Phillies, wasn't it?
Was that the Phillies?
I can see his jersey a little bit.
Oh, it's the Giants.
The Giants. Yeah, it's against the Giants.
So that's Willie Adames.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's Willie Adames right there, but Willie
Adames this is next. They said it's 10,000 IQ play, right? But really, what that is next level body control. You know how much you got to be able to control to stop your momentum on the dime in a slide. It's crazy. Like that's why I was like, what? When I saw this play, I was like, that's almost impossible.
I used to do it all the time.
I mean,
that's
when
what
you're
sliding
doing,
is.
Well, the slide once you start the slide and you're all the way in the sliding motion, and then you're able to stop it right like he did. That's body control. Like You see the back foot? He used his back foot in a breakaway, like a break. And the way he did that shit, look at this shit. Like that's the look at that back foot. Yo, it's crazy. Every time I see it, I'm like, you're doing, and this is, mind you, this is all in slow motion. We're seeing all of this in slow motion. When you see this in real time, that's why I'm like, yo, nah, yo.
I'm more impressed by the knowledge of the ability to do so than I am the ability to do so, because when you learn how to slide, you basically are learning how to put on your own brakes, and so that part I'm not as impressed with, because you got to know how not to overshoot second, how not to overshoot third, but to be able to do it in a manner that basically knocks him off balance because he's like this and he starts falling backwards and he tags him, but he's already too late. That's genius, man. I love it. This is one of the things I love about baseball. That's high baseball IQ plays. Let me show you another high baseball IQ play. This right here is from one of my favorite players in the league, one of my favorite teams, even though I don't root for him, Manny Machado. Now check this out. So you got a dude named Ellie De La Cruz, who is literally the fastest dude in the entire league. Yes. He's on first. Let me just set this up. The dude is on first base. All right. Now they have one out at the moment. There's a pop fly. Ellie could go to second. If he catches the ball, Ellie stays on first. But if he drops it, the player who hit the ball has to go to first. Ellie has to go to second, and it's a force out at second. So instead of doing the obvious thing that most people would probably do, which is to get the out, you know what I'm saying, by catching the ball, Manny Machado does some shit that, frankly, I think I've heard of, but I don't think I've actually witnessed it live. It's fucking genius. He lets the ball drop just so that Ellie has to run to second base and then throws to second base, and Ellie's out. And now there's no fastest man in the league on your bases. You've just traded positions. That shit is brilliant. That's genius. Like, holy fuck. Manny is so underrated, man. Like, Manny, yo, don't come at this dude like he's just some big dude. This dude is a genius. That's fucking genius, man. All right, I'm sorry. I got excited about that, man, because like the baseball, there's a lot of plays that went on like this. There was another guy who sometimes they fake like they're going to throw it somewhere to induce a reaction. Like if you run it in the second, if you think that the player's gonna throw it to first or to home, then you might slide. But if you don't think they have the ball yet, then you might turn and burn and try to get to the third. Just by faking like you got the ball, they don't know. You got to make a split decision. Am I going to run? Am I going to slide? This shit is happening like in the world. All right, man. I'm sorry. All right.
Nah, bro. Listen, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That was when you talk about high IQ, that was one of the most high IQ plays, because Dela Cruz is such a danger on base as a base runner, like that. It made 100% sense. You were gonna get an out either way. It made sense to get Ellie off base.
So instead of Ellie, the fastest man in the league, who, if I'm not mistaken, is leading the league is on the leaders of at least the top 5 of stolen bases as of right now. Mm-hmm. Who had over 50 stolen bases last year. Instead of him being in scoring position, he's out. He's out. This is why I told you baseball, I feel, is an intellectual sport. I feel like most people see ball bat, but you don't think like ball that's coming at 90 miles an hour that starts on the outside of the plate that ends up on the inside of the plate. You know what I'm saying? Within this fast. You're not thinking like, oh, I'm taking my energy from my leg that I'm going to kick up and take that energy and put it into my arm so that it can make a ball go 102 miles an hour. You got to decide, just like this. Is it coming to my face? Is it coming to my legs? This is the shit that I feel like is just so overlooked. And I hope at some point, maybe it won't be. I don't know.
Vince, you just like this play right here just added a whole nother dynamic to baseball, because it used to be a foregone conclusion that if you popped up the ball, they would go ahead and field the out, and the base runner on first would stay at first, and the other one who hit the ball would be out. That was always a foregone conclusion. Now, if this becomes a real thing, if they really start to, it's gonna freak. Not only is it could you force you can freeze a player into making a double play, because if you don't know if he's gonna catch it, and you're like playing halfway, like Dela Cruz would have had to play halfway. See, Dela Cruz was under the assumption you're going to catch the ball. I'm not even going to try to move to second base because I know you're going to field it. And so he just stayed on first. So it was an easy play to second. But now, if as a base runner, I have to think he might not catch this. Now I have to play in between. Now I can force you into a double play. I can force you into a double play.
I mean, it's deeper than that, because somebody like Solo, we may be losing Solo.
No, you not. Letting y'all know.
At first, you might think to yourself, why is he even pretending like he's going to catch the ball? Like, why, if he's not going to catch it, why is he pretending? Because he's psyching the guy out. He wants Ellie to believe there's no purpose of trying. You know what I'm saying? He wants Ellie to jog instead of like going full speed. If Manny Machado sits here like this and lets the ball drop, then Ellie's gonna go full speed, and he would make it. Because Ellie's literally that fast. Like Ellie is literally that fast. So just by going like this for a couple seconds.
Yes, that was.
This shit is genius.
I'm telling you, if this starts happening, you might start seeing this happen more.
He skips steps to it. Come on, man. And then Ellie's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna be out anyway. Ball drops. Oh shit, too late. You're out. All right, next man up.
That is not going to be the last time you see that play this season. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is not the last time you'll see this play.
I mean, this play is so overwhelmingly circumstantial. I mean, you got the infield fly rule in play, number one. You've got it happening so close to the base. You've got one of the fastest runners in the league who's coming up. I mean, I don't think that it's going to be overused like that, but circumstantially, I think that what you look at is who's on first.
Exactly.
Who's on first.
If you get an Acuna on first, if you get a PCA, like there's a lot of names. There's a lot of names we can name. That's why I said this will not be the last time you see that, because it puts the base runner in a very like precarious situation. Because no, go ahead.
Good. I was gonna say, I think that this may be specifically tailored for an Ellie De La Cruz, because I wonder, I question whether a Bobby Witt Jr. would not run at full speed either way. You know what I'm saying? Like certain players, they go Ellie. he just got like, I think Shohei might have ran too. Like, I don't know, but certain players like O'Neal Cruz, Ellie De La Cruz, maybe Jazz, certainly Rafael Devers, these folks, they say gonna put in for effort. But anyway, this I love this element of baseball, the thinking element, the force out shit. I mean, keep in mind, Manny's also the dude who closed out one of their playoff games last year with one of the only triple plays that we saw in the National League from last year. And also, I forgot the second part. It was pretty cool though. I'm sure it was.
All right. Well, I gotta go. It was fun. It was exciting. It was good to see Ty. It was good to see Ballhead Events. I'll see Ballhead Events very soon. He'll be coming down the mountain.
NBA jersey.
No, there's no. Why would you do that?
No, I'm proud of him for that. It's very rare that women in sports are highlighted.
Why would you do that? Like, as a man, why are you wearing that? I'm here for it.
Did you judge a guy if he was wearing a WNBA jersey?
I'd be confused. What is he doing with it on?
I don't know. I don't think I like that.
What do you feel about repping a WNBA jersey?
I would wear it.
Yeah, I would.
If it's Caitlin, I love jerseys, so yes, I would.
Okay, perfect. Then who's your favorite player?
All white people are gay.
Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese.
Popular answer. How do you feel about a man repping a WNBA jersey?
No, there's no. Why would you do that?
No, I'm proud of him for that.
Is that your response?
Yeah, my response is I'm not rocking female NWAV. Yeah.
Okay. Ty, you was saying something?
Ty probably wear one, but
I haven't even thought about it. Honestly, it's never like been a thing that I thought about wearing a WNBA jersey. But I think with the growth of the sport and WNBA, I think because I did have a favorite player at one point that used to be in the league named Maya Moore. I was a huge fan of Maya Moore. I thought she was one of the best basketball players, women or men, that I've ever seen. She had a short career, but I never thought about it. I never thought about it. Maybe if I like the jersey colors and everything like that, and I can find a fit, maybe.
Well, let me say this. I could easily see myself wearing a WNBA jersey to a WNBA game. That makes sense, right? If you're supporting that team. I mean, if Candace Parker, Angel Reese plays for the Sparks or whoever it is, I show up in there. It wouldn't make any sense for me to show up in like a Bulls jersey or a Magic jersey, right? So I think it only makes sense. I don't see the big deal. But I could see maybe it being for this generation some confusion if you're wearing it in the streets. But frankly, I don't think that a lot of folks in the streets would know the difference between what a WNBA jersey. With especially they got a lot more logos on the jerseys than they do in the NBA. Anyway,
for sure. Fellas, I gotta go. Got a woman standing here. Anyway, gotta go. But I had fun with y'all. And yeah. Just I don't know how you say it. But anyway, I said it the best way. So yeah. Only if I have no idea.
We're talking about the cycling track, the accidental legend of this cyclist. And what they're saying is that she didn't even realize how fast she was. So we were just going to highlight how she was able to, endure all of the things that she had to endure to be able to make it to such high heights, because it can't be easy to work so hard through all of that adversity. And just, to make it to where she is, just to kind of, delve into her story.
And won bronze with her team. This goes to show, sometimes a setback is just your detour to greatness. This German cyclist accidentally became the greatest team sprinter of all time. Pauline Grabosch was actually a track and field athlete who broke state sprint records, but knee problems forced her to switch to cycling at 12. She didn't just stumble into greatness, she dominated from the start. At 16, she broke an 8-year-old German record held by Olympic champion Christina Vogel. She's now a 9-time world champion and 5-time team sprint world champion. That's never been done before. With her teammates Emma and Leah, they're basically unstoppable. At the 2021 Olympics, she had to watch from the sidelines as a reserve. Heartbreaking. But Paris 2024, she finally got her moment and won bronze with her team. This goes to show, sometimes a setback is just your detour to greatness.
Yo, I love the fact that the person who was illustrating that basically was like, they're basically unstoppable as a team, but they got bronze at the World Championship. I'm like, that's not a good.
Literally means it's not.
It's very probable. Two teams stopped you. But
it's very probable.
Yeah, like it's very probable. But I think her greatness is measured by the wagon that she's carrying as she's right. I think we should applaud her because she is carrying more than most of the other cyclists on her. Got the whole team on her back. Got the whole team on her back. The whole team on her back. So shout out to Pauline Grabosh. Yeah, because she put the whole team on her back.
My dog. Yo, yo, hold on. I thought you had to go somewhere. I thought you had to go somewhere.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's damn. She should have won silver. Bronze is not. She could have got silver just for the ass alone. Just she's amazing. Any man would feel honored to ride a bicycle next to her because
shit, ride next to her. Shit, they got them two-seater bicycles. I want to ride right behind her.
I thought it was fake. I thought it was like when it first started. I thought it was a damn fake thing. That's fake. But no,
there is a legitimate question to be asked as to where this ass came from. Because it is extremely abnormal.
Hold up, no, it's not.
They say
no, that's no, but listen, and you know, I'm only saying this because every German woman that I've encountered in Vince, you can speak to this too.
Me too.
Because we used to work with one. We used to work with a German that was built like this. Yes. We're not going to say their name.
Not going to say the name.
No, but we did have a coworker who was from Germany who was abnormally built this way. And the other 3 German women that I've encountered in my days was always also built like this. So I'm starting to feel as though.
Hold, let me interject here, bro. Come on. All right. Yes, said person, and there have been said abnormalities, but this extent, no. This is a little above average. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's not pretend like.
Can you pause right there? If you pause right there,
this is not natural. I mean, I don't want to say not natural.
No, that's
like
natural.
BBL,
that's all natural, man.
But this is not genetically common. It's not like there's a slew of German women out there with
there's a few of them.
A complete whole Cardi B ass. Like
a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I'm serious, Vince. It's a lot.
I lived in New York, man. Those German girls, all of them had black girl booties.
I'm not going to sit here and say built exactly like her physique, but what I'm saying is they are not overly challenged. They are not overly challenged. They're not overly challenged. There's a lot going on.
Man, that is a good situation to be in if you dare. And happening, it is a great situation. That's all I can tell you. Is like great situation. And
on that note, we should get on out of here. On that note.
I think you did.
What's her name? I gotta IG her. I gotta
Pauline.
Follow her.
Grab ass.
I'll follow her for life.
Definitely Pauline grab ass.
I ain't lying, cause Pauline got it. Pauline, that is grab ass.
That is so healthy.
I don't want to hear
Man,
that.
look, man. Look, man. We just over here. Let me
we
stop.
gotta, we can't sit here and lust over this,
man. This
milk
is
of
crazy.
magnesia as the way the end out of the show.
Oh
So let me go ahead and remind y'all.
Even Dr. Omar Johnson would go.
Hey, we still going for that's what the comments saying. The comments is like, yo, because I think this is. Oh yeah, see, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
The comments are undefeated with that. Leave that one alone. Leave that one alone. All the way alone.
Yeah. But
we got that Jennifer Lopez.
Quick shout out to what's her name, Mama, who was in this thing too. Dale Harper, Dylan Harper, Mama.
Shout out.
Dylan, I'm gonna tell you like somebody should have told LeBron, your mother is not allowed in the locker room or at the games. She trust me, it's for her best.
Oh.
When your mama is that fine, she need to stay in the house. Because otherwise, seriously, like I know Dylan Harper has probably had all of his friends say, "Oh my God," when they walk in, is that your mom? Oh my God, so like that, like If I have a fine mom, and I used to tell my friends, "Look, man, don't come in here looking at my mom."
Let me say, I have a fine mom.
I do. I have a fine mom. My mom was up. My mom was
a bomb. He said, "My mom was a bomb."
But you got look, man. Sometimes you gotta let them know. Like, don't come in here looking at my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Man, LeBron James told him don't come in here looking at his mom, and boy tore her the first week.
That's why I said somebody should have told LeBron, stop bringing your mama to the games and to the practices.
Well, LeBron's mom looked all right, but she don't look like her.
These are grown men.
The coach gonna be like, that's the reason we drafted your ass.
On that note, man.
One of them white men came out the back, was fetting his hat like this. Boy, your mama sure want to see you in the NBA, boy. Woo, Lord, your mama sure want to see you in the NBA, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
On that note, we're going to get on up out of here on a funny thing concerning what we all talk about anyway from some of our funny friends. We're going to catch y'all another time.
Uh-oh. Mo. What up, Mo?
I didn't mean to. Thirsty.
Fredo.
You got the two fans. That was Ty right there. That's Ty. Here goes Ty.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all as always for pulling on up as we do on a weekly basis. On behalf of myself, Bad Ty, the homie Solo, Black Rombo P, everybody that messed with us, we hope that y'all will continue to pull on up and chill and talk a little thoughts with us. We out.